Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. No way. No, please. Dude, no. Oh god. Okay. So this will probably be in the video. Does anybody want to know why I'm saying oh no? Take a guess. Take a wild guess as to why I'm saying oh no. Yep, you're right. Dexter is the #2 DPS in NA currently. Probably playing Genji. I played in a recent scrim against him and lost horribly. So 2 Smurfs are going to be very interesting to play with. Hopefully he has a really garbage team. He is indeed on the Genji. Can confirm he's on the Genji. God dang it, why'd you have to get in my way? I have to reload. Reload again. Lol. That was actually huge. Perfect timing. Interesting. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. I'm not sure if it's Dexter or not, or if he just doesn't play Genji, but I'm pretty sure he played Genji. It doesn't seem like it anyway. But maybe he is, I have no idea. Seem to get pretty hard countered by me. Okay, we're gonna try my trick. He took so long to actually kill me. Good block, but all he did was he wanted to kill me so I wouldn't sleep him.
The payload moves with certainty. My will made real. Bob's not ready yet. Get back in the fight.
Hello?
Spotted them.
Sounds good. Easy.
My will made real. Watching your back.
Into the iris.
Get in there. This is going to hurt.
That works. Meant to nano doom, but it's okay.
10 seconds. The payload has reached the checkpoint. Coming in. This the payload.
You switched to junk, huh? Interesting.
What is that melody?
Charges in, gets stunned. Ah, the stupid tree. Tries to go for the back line. Moria tries to solo Coalescence, gets killed. And really, I think our Sigma is our best option to nano.
30 seconds remaining.
Yep, I think that might be the case.
Into the iris.
No power down. Get in there. Take your own time. Get back in the fight. I will keep you healed.
No, no, no! Touch the car! That was so winnable!
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
We're gonna see what Dexter goes.
You're going to be okay.
Still the Genji, huh? I think I play back right. Since they're making a very difficult push.
You'll be fine.
And I don't want to be dived. And we're also playing very split right now. Why are you hitting him? What are you doing? Oh no, dude. I slept him and everything.
I'm not dead. Payload has reached the
He got baited so hard into that small room where I could give him an easy oh my god.
Feeling sleepy? I'm in aim.
Everybody left. Hey, you're even now. And now you're down.
Oh, you have.
And now you're down. We switch to Mercy. Are you a better Mercy than you are a Moira? A little late on that, but we're fine. I don't know why he did that, but he did.
This is not the end. Get back in.
Yeah, we got it. Nice. Oh, wow, she got out. Hog antied. Genji's still behind. You only have Mercy healing. Genji's still behind. Might want to kill the Genji.
Heroes never die. For a price.
Mercy's sleeping top left. On your Ana, Genji. He's one.
I'll rest when it's done.
Nobody's there. Ryan. Can't believe we actually won that. Not gonna lie. I can't believe we actually won that. I'm gonna stay middle.
Go. I'll keep you healed.
Antied, antied. Ryan going straight to point.
Nap time.
He's sleeping main.
seconds remaining.
My ultimate is ready.
You're covered.
That was a bad nade. Lucio back capping.
This is going to hurt.
30 seconds remaining.
Keep the head. Let's get this charge. Heroes never die.
Nice. I think we lose this, but we're fine.
I'm not ready to hang it up.
Oh, we might actually, this is actually winnable. Coming back with Nano. Nice, GG's. Okay, that was an interesting one. I think we can go over that in like 30 minutes. But one important thing that I want to mention is Plat players don't know how to group up. They'll group up maybe once or twice throughout the entire match, but you really need to know when the fight is lost or when the fight is won. Trying to pump alts into a 4v6 just isn't going to work. If you get an early pick, maybe, but still, you really shouldn't try to force alts into a losing fight, because then you're just going to end up losing the next fight because you don't have that alt. So in this team comp, I want to nano Genji, right? But again, please be in comms. No matter what SR you are, it can help any sort of information. You don't want to flood comms, but you do want to give some sort of information. I was scared because I thought this was the Smurf account, and it turns out it wasn't. I'm not sure if it still is, if he was literally just chilling, not really trying all that much, but still, it didn't seem like a really serious account or the real number 2 player. But still. So trying to play far back like this, trying to make sure if there is a sniper, I'm staying with my team. So if I'm shielded, then I'll be fine. What you can do is play more closer to this right corner right here, which is perfect for line of sight on the right side. But you have to, you know, tell your team, hey, play right side of cart. Nobody's in team chat right now, so I can't do that. I naded my team here, usually on the pole, because me assuming Dexta is a Smurf, right? Throwing the nade into the middle of my team so his dash doesn't get a reset and you can't just dash in between everybody. So I try to look for somebody who's low. I try to shoot at them. I look at somebody else like my healer. I try to shoot at him, and I pump at least one hit into every single person who's low. You don't have to heal everyone up to full. You just have to make sure that they don't die, okay? So putting one heal into one person, then putting a heal into another person might actually help you in this game. Now, I don't trust my healers to heal me, so a selfish nade is much used in this. And we take this fight for a really long time. Trying to pocket my Ashe here so the Genji doesn't kill him is another thing. My Zen gets in front of me, but that's fine, you know. I have nano almost immediately, so my 2 choices right now are to either put it into the Sigma to get ult or my Rhine to get ult, and my Genji's nowhere close to ult. Either always be checking with your Genji to see if he has ult, or checking with your team to see if you can get another ult before you start. I'm very confident in myself, so I think I can get another nano. I give it to him. We're down 5v6, but they have a spawn disadvantage, so I'm trying to push this. I wait for somebody to notice. Genji throws a shuriken, so that's when I shoot and I nade. Zen's playing in the back left. I'm aware of his position. I now see Genji's on fire, so I try to hit him. Zen's low, so I heal him. Ryan's in the back. I try to pump a few heals into him. Try to throw an early nade, just keep him alive. He's alive, he backs out, and then we push back to cart. All 6 of us are here. I reload. I try to make sure my other healer's alive. Genji comes in, so I try to go for the sleep dart, but I end up sleeping the Ryan instead. If you miss the sleep dart, try to use your other cooldown. Throw it at your feet. It'll most likely anti him. If it doesn't, try to put a shot into him. Luckily my Zen tranced and he was able to be killed. If you can at least anti him, he can't receive healing, and the only thing that he can do is swing, right? He doesn't get a dash reset. The only thing he can do is swing. So stay out of his ult range. If you're constantly getting dived by the Genji, you need to be aware of flanks, get some help by your other teammates, or use your abilities when he does dive you. So trying to stay out of range of the dash will help playing as a sniper. Or if he's diving you too hard, trying to stay more towards your team, more team oriented, and maybe as you push up with your team and he tries to dive you, you get help from your team, right? But the issue, again, with Plat is, you know, we're very, very split. We're pretty much consistently split, right? The Ryan's either not pushed up like he's supposed to, the Sigma's playing at a weird angle, the Genji's playing at a weird angle, the Ashe is in the middle of the team fight, the Zen's in the middle of the team fight. People aren't where they should be. And you shouldn't suspect that, right? It's Plat, what are you gonna do? So now I have Nano again. My Genji has ult, so I'm thinking, should probably Nano Sigma here, because I don't know he has ult. Again, one thing that you can use for team chat. Hey, I have ult, save Nano for me. I tried to save Zen here, but he was out of my line of sight. I was reloading as well, so I'm trying to throw a nade for the cancel. And I'm not going to use it here because it's a 3v6, right? Don't need to use ults here. 4v6, actually. I try to back up. I then realized that we're still kind of here and people need healing and they're not going to get enough healing from Zen, so I try to push this early. Don't push this like I did. I'm very lucky that this wasn't a higher rank or else that Ashe would have killed me. Try to sleep him. I get the sleep off on him and then Ryan misses the pin. Heal up my Sig to make sure he still stays alive. He's alive now, so now I can put a Nano into the Ryan. When really I could have put it into the Genji, but he goes in anyway. They use beat because they think I nanoed Genji, but Genji just ulted and then they used beat. So him using this is kind of a bad situation, right? Another thing is learning defensive ults, right? If you're going to use Nano Blade, is it going to be countered by any sort of ultimate? You really need to keep in the back of your mind what ultimates are being used and what ultimates they haven't used, right? Because if they haven't used beat in a while, they might have beat, and you can't use Nano Blade. So either take out the Lucio first, or try to get him to use it for something else. Bait it out with, this was a questionable hammer, whatever. He does whatever he wants with it. I'm not here to criticize anybody else. I'm here to play my own game and say why I played it. So they try to push, and I try to go for an early sleep so we can get the card to the end. I think, who touches here? I think the ball touches, actually, from how close he is. So you don't focus who's sleeping, by the way. If it's a 6v6 and it's a really high priority target like a Reinhardt with a lot of health, he's a high priority target, yes, because that's the difference between your win and their win is the shield. But also, he can't be killed by burst damage, right? You don't have any burst damage to kill him. Even if you did put the Discord orb on him, you would need to wait, Discord, full charge headshot with both Ashe and the Zen, and maybe even the Genji dash too. Like you need a lot of, oh sorry, wrong team. We don't have any burst potential, right? We need a lot of people to commit everything into killing this guy, and we can't do that right now. So really what you should be doing is you shouldn't be here on cart. You need to be focused more on healing the people in the back line. I thought the Genji would come and focus me because I heard him throwing his shurikens from behind. So I tried to get into a room to bait him into a spot where I could anti him or maybe sleep him. They were on cooldown, but I felt like I could have 1v1'd him and at least put one shot into him before he tried to kill me. So then we back out of the cubby. I sleep Bob, but then he gets woken up by Moira's sucky suck. Ryan pins him into a corner. Okay, now they're a player down and they don't have any ultimates to use on this fight. And these type of antis are really important. Using this sort of splash damage off of the top really helps, because look at this. Boom. Instantly deleted because he got antied. He can't heal himself. He can't. The only thing he can do is speed, and by the time he tries to speed out, the Ryan's already backed up because he's antied too. Meanwhile, we're using Coalescence, and the Coalescence can chip down the Reinhardt, and the Reinhardt has to back up because what else is he going to do? He's going to get peppered down. He has no healing. These types of splash damage nades are really important to use off of surfaces, because denying the enemy healing is one thing. Denying the enemy healing when they're behind a shield is another thing. They can't get heals even though they have their shield up, and you can use it to initiate a push, right? He's nowhere to be found right now. We can honestly push this ball all together and we'd kill him. And he's 20 health before we even go in because the Moira pushed out the squishies. I was scared of the Tracer here because I thought it was their Tracer, that they switched to Tracer, but they didn't. Yeah, so after every team fight, you should be looking at your ultimates, and also if they change to anything, because you have to know, hey, what ultimates do we have for the next fight? And B, did they switch to anything to counter anyone? They switched to Doomfist, okay? Now they switched to Doomfist probably to get a good pick off the backline. So I'm trying to do this. What I'm doing is I'm doing this thing. You passed out? Well, good for you. At least did you sleep well? Good morning. It's 5:30. I'm using this thing that I was shown by ML7. You come up onto this ledge here. Hang on. You jump up onto this little corner, right? And then you can turn around and jump up. Whoa, you can jump up through here. I see the Doomfist and I try to go for a sleep. I sleep him before he can slam. So right now, I can either engage with my team. Probably not a good idea. So I'm trying to do the second part of the spot, which is a lot harder. You have to have this railing or else you can't do it. You jump up onto the railing, you jump up onto this corner before Genji dashes me, and then you jump up onto that corner, this little lip right here. It's a little harder, and Genji's trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. And I try to get the splash off, but now I'm up here and I'm pretty much perfectly safe from anybody besides like the Genji. And they're not going to pay attention to me, right? It's a really, really good spot if nobody can get to you. I nano the Doom to try and get some initial damage off. I try to put a shot into the Lucio to help out. Now, my Sigma is completely by himself. My only option here is to either sleep the Sigma so he can get a few shots off, or sleep him and anti him and the Lucio in order to make sure that they don't get any healing. So I sleep the Sig. I'm waiting for my nade, but he gets woken up. I realize that the Genji finally realized, hey, you're not supposed to be up here. So he starts throwing shurikens at me, right? What a douche. So now I'm trying to jump off. Realize that he's going to chase me, and I'm probably not going to get any healing, even though I spam it. So I try to do the trick again. He's still following me, but he ignores me for the time being because it's Plat, and I'm surprised that he wouldn't figure out where I was. So I finally go up top. I didn't think I would go back. I would get a chance to go back up there, plus the railing's down, and he finally realizes that I'm there. So I drop down and I try to get out of his field of view, but he kills me anyway. So really just trying to get away. I didn't think he would go back up there and realize that I was there. And that's why I died. It was mainly a positioning issue, is that he was solely focused on making sure I died so he could use his blade, that he gets it off and actually wins the team fight because of it. So the positional error was me. I honestly didn't have to do that. I could have stayed more closer to these stairs right here and played over here. And as my team pushed towards main, this would have been a much better position. If the Genji tried to dive me, I could try to sleep him. I could ask for help, you know? Bunch of different things could have happened here. Instead of wasting my time showing that jump off, but I wanted to show the jump off, so. So it's mainly just a staggering fight. We're waiting for people to regroup. We're very, very split here. So this is a healer's nightmare, right? Who do I choose? Do I choose the Moira and the Doomfist, or do I choose the Sigma and the Ashe, right? Completely split team, where do I go? What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, screw you, Moira, you're not with our team. Screw you, Doomfist, you're a flanker. Ashe and Sigma are technically on the front line right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go main. Apparently. I thought I was going to go with the Sigma. Sigma goes main. Perfect. Moira's ulting. I'm going to try to enable them both as much as possible. She has most of the healing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to anti the backline. I get an anti on just the Sigma. That's fine. I thought Sigma or Ryan would pin, so I tried to go for the sleep. I missed the sleep. We acknowledge who's low. Put a few shots into people. Make sure they're alive. Hopefully we can get this anti off onto this Ryan. He doesn't put his shield down, so I miss it. Try to go for the sleep, but it gets pinned, and then put a shot into him. So now, a better position, instead of staying here, is to stay up into this top left position, because then you have more of, oh, actually, playing up here wouldn't be bad either, right? You have full view of pretty much everyone. The only thing you can't see is inside here. This is why Playing here would be pretty much fine, but you have an open view of everybody and everybody can see you. If you play back here, it's going to be a lot harder for them to see you. Even here would be fine if you were to do the jump. But stuff like that takes time, right? So this is what I'm doing now, is I'm rotating up here. And I want to 1v1 this Zen. I realize he dropped. I come back. Heal up who's low. Put a few shots into the people who were low. Trying to heal my Sigma. And now I realize that I'm close to Nano. I didn't want to go for the sleep because I figured my my Doomfist would get the kill off. He was very, very low. So I kind of just put some shots into him to try to enable him. This sucks because Sigma kind of just ran in front of me. I was trying to nano the Doomfist here. I think I missed it by like barely an inch. Let me see this one more time. Okay. Shadow goes off. High Noon goes off. He's looking straight, gets the kill off. I have nano. I start looking towards either my Rhine or my Doom. I'm looking directly at my Doom, and then it goes off onto my Sigma because he ran in front. Oh well, things happen. Can't always nano the person you want to. Yeah, so I'm surprised that it wasn't a Smurf, because if it was a Smurf, we probably would have lost. Or if it is a Smurf and he's just vibing, I have no idea. But man, I was so relieved when we won this. I didn't think we would. This was very funny. I kind of was just like, hey, what's up? And then he threw a rock at me. And I'm like, that's rude. Best thing you can do here is just try to make sure he stays alive. He's in a room with 2 stuns and a Rhine swing, or a Rhine swinging. So trying to put a few shots into there. You can try to throw a nade. I get an anti onto at least the Rhine, but it's not going to help much. So do what you can to try to get people out, but if they're ultimately going by themselves, you have to spam up that group up button. Do it, right? You can't have flankers going off by themselves and getting killed early, or else it's going to turn into a 5v6. We commit an ult to this, so I try to sleep anybody who's looking for a stun onto him. The shields were up. Throw a nade into Sig because he was low, and I was afraid that I was going to run out of ammo before healing him up quick. I go, oh my god, this is the most annoying sleep in the world. I try to go for the sleep, right? And I would have slept him. I probably would have slept him. Honestly, since this is here, it would have hit him. Most definitely would have hit him. But the tree was in the way. Stupid trees, stupid nature. So now I realize that the fight is lost. So now all I'm trying to do is stabilize and make sure my team gets out alive. Doesn't actually end up killing anybody. And Dexter switches to Junkrat. So now's the point where I'm becoming more confident because I don't think that it's actually his Smurf account. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm just focusing on the people that I'm having trouble with. I haven't had a trouble. Should have just 1v6. I know. Hey, you have the VIP emote now. Or the VIP icon. Because I gave it to you. Smile. I don't actually know what you can do with that, but I gave it to you. Yeah, I try to go for this really risky anti onto Rhine, and Rhine's very low. I kind of leave it up to my DPS, and they kill him pretty quickly. Rhine pins. Rhine pinned. Oh well. So I'm like, okay, I was gonna nano him, but he's out of the picture now. We don't have really many options. We could try to nano Coalescence, but we don't have Coalescence. We nano any of the snipers. I don't think we're going to get much value out of them. So I'm going to try to nano my Sigma to see if he can get his ult faster. And that might be our win condition. We lose both Rhine and our Moira. So now it's my job to not only heal everybody, but make sure we don't die. So I nano Sig to make sure he has some presence up on the front line. And we're basically doing a 6v3. 6v4. So, no, it is a 6v3. We're playing that Ryan plays like me, but me pressing the charge button is better, of course. So I'm trying to enable my Sig, but also trying to get a huge anti onto the back line in order to make sure he can get a kill. We get a really, really good kill with Bob onto the Zen. And I'm really trying to pocket the hell out of anybody who's still alive. And our Rhine just barely is able to come back. He pulls off the shatter. I watch out for that. He gets killed again. So now, okay. Pocket who's ever alive, right? You have one person, you have two people. Put as much as you can into them. Now I'm playing really, really close up here so I can try to get the ante off. But I'm playing so close up that the Sigma realizes this in a second and starts to go after me. What you really need to be doing is you need to back up here. If you're in range of the Sigma, you're too close up. Try to go for a sleep so he wouldn't get any kills. And he goes for a huge ult here. Too bad it only gets the Doomfist, I think. And now we're fighting a 5v3. The only issue is we C9 because of that ult.
Ready for battle.
Even if I was playing in the back, it wouldn't have mattered. It's not really a you fault. Wow, that is a very interesting sound.
30 seconds.
Not really a you fault or your team's fault. It was just a really good play played by the Sigma. So we have to move on and go from there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So at the start of this, you can have a Widow go out on the back left. I have the video of that guy being mean to me for you. I recorded that little part. Oh, wonderful. Did he stop being mean to you when you used your girly voice, by the way? Because that was funny last time. So you have to be aware of the snipers that come out of especially that corner, that back left corner there. And if you're tunnel visioning on the people in front of you, you can get sniped off really, really quickly. So try not to show your position at the start. What I like to do on attack on Havana, that was weird, is you can see out of these windows on attack, right? So if you're looking through these windows on attack and you see the Ana right there, I'd immediately pick Widow and try to pick myself off. And if you do get the pick, then you're down one. So now I realize, okay, they're pushing up pretty hard and they're trying to really take advantage of our team's what's the word for it? Our team's basically very, very scared of their team for some reason. Like, we're playing almost at this corner and they're not even close to us yet. I think we're more scared of the hog than anything. So what we're going to do is we just need to try to support those who are getting killed in that front line. We have two flankers, so the best thing I can do right now is try to pocket my tanks. The Moira can probably do the same, but then again, we're just completely split. Plat, lol. I love playing for tanks because I can get nano a lot faster. So the main thing I want to do is I want to watch this hog like a hawk because I am the counter to the hog. I have to sleep, I have to anti him pretty much every single fight or else he's going to get a ton of value. It's a harder when your Rhine's out of position, but you can still do it. Yeah, so I see the hog and I look for an anti. He's antied, now he has no use for his second ability and he just used hook. Genji's trying to dive on someone. I heal up my other healer who can heal other people. Try to make sure she stays alive so other people can stay alive and I'm not the only one healing. I look for a hog. I try to go for a sleep on the hog, but I miss because he backs up. So I'm trying to play in this back right corner because Ashe is trying to purposefully take me out of the game since I'm the one trying to keep everybody alive. She realizes this and tries to go for me. I change my position and I try to change my position quick because my Moira can't heal me from a distance. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to play in this back right corner and all I need to do is peek. I need to peek once, I need to peek twice. I don't need to peek a ton. I use my nade selfishly because I know my Moira is not going to heal me. She's more focused on the team. I don't want to move her healing towards me. She needs to stay focused on the team. Don't worry about me. Try to help the Sig out. Make sure the Moira stays alive. Now she has Coalescence, right? If you didn't heal your Moira and you were more focused on your tanks, your Moira wouldn't have had Coalescence. She would have died, and you would have lost the team fight much, much earlier. Too bad that they had the beat a little early. We didn't have Blade ready, so it's not like it would have mattered. I throw out my ult for Sigma. Hopefully he can get some value out of that. And then we get the dumbest play because Moira tries to kill the beated Genji, who's ulting. I bait him so hard into this. He slashes me once, and I have a perfect opportunity to sleep him in this very enclosed space. Easiest sleep of my life. The Moira, however, decides, hey, he's asleep, and beat it. I'm going to coalescence him instead of pocketing the rest of my team. Oh wait, he's alive, and now our... Weird. Yeah, don't do that. You're going to be very, very angry when you sleep somebody and people wake them up almost immediately. Especially Moiras. Moiras just love to damage things. Especially beated things that are using their ultimates. It happens. Oh well. I was very angry, but I'm like, you know what? Whatever. It's Plat. I'm not going to hold it against you that much. You're also not in chat. So what can I do? Please be in chat. For the love of God, please be in chat. Yeah, Hog's looking for a very aggressive hook here. Again, you're his counter. Sleep him, anti him. Do whatever you can to make sure he doesn't get that hook off. Because if he does get the hook off, you lose. You're already down 1. Yeah, and nobody's pushed up here, so I die. Me playing out of position here. I didn't realize that we were grouped up, that we weren't grouped up. So me sleeping him, waiting for somebody to help. Oof, that was rough. You need to take into account, hey, you have a team, you need your team to help. If he's sleeping and nobody's there to help you, run. Honestly, run. He's gonna wake up and he's gonna wake up angry. You can't 1v1 him. You could try, you'll lose. Even though he is anti, you're gonna lose. He still has hook too, so you need to be more afraid of this Hog when you are by yourself, but be more confident when he's looking to be aggressive, because you're supposed to stop that. Sleeps, antis, that's what you do against him. So we EMP and we shatter. I don't think shatter... Oh, shatter actually gets 3. That's insane. So I'm trying to throw out a nade early here to not only heal up my Rhine, but also possibly get an anti on someone in the back who's either shattered or EMP'd. It doesn't get anybody, but at least I get the heal off onto the Rhine, and he's able to stay alive because of it. Hog stupidly kind of just walks up, and he's very, very slow. It's very easy to get a sleep onto this guy when he's using his ultimate. He's very vulnerable. Sleep him first, then anti him. If you don't have sleep, obviously you want to anti him so he doesn't get heals from his team while he's very vulnerable in this state. He's the most vulnerable when he's ulting, so putting a sleep and then an anti, or just an anti onto him, something, you know, it helps. Stopping this ult is probably one of the easiest things that you can do in this game. Especially as Ana too. You're meant to counter Hog. So when people play Hog, it's just that much easier. Yeah, so now I'm trying to stay up onto the high ground. The cart's right in front of me, so all I have to do is make sure everybody stay... Oh, wait, everybody's gone. Whoops. Alright, now Ashe is playing main. I pretty much need to make sure my ride stays alive. I anti the Hog. The Hog has no reason to move forward. He instead hooks. Try to get a sleep off of the Ashe. I realize that the Genji's coming to help me, so I ignore the Ashe and try to help out my Rhine. Which is good. This is twice that he did this. I tried to bait out his reflect by doing the punch, so he would deflect. He didn't end up deflecting. He kind of just kept throwing shurikens. But yeah, that's the thing you can do. You can punch and then they'll deflect thinking you're trying to use your sleep. He never uses deflect. I think he might have used it early and that's why he didn't use it. So I guess my best option was to just run. And he also deflected anti. Oh, if you're being dived by the Genji, throw it off the wall. Don't throw it at him, because he's probably going to deflect it. Or throw it at the floor. Alright, so I'm waiting. Slept the Mercy. Genji's still diving me. Yeah, see, trying to throw it on the floor, and he's literally just in my face and deflecting me. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to, you know, do my VOD review. So, when he's deflecting, it's kind of hard to throw the nade at your feet. He's just, you know, obviously trying to remove your cooldown so he can get an easy kill onto you, which he does. He ends up using the anti against me again and killing me. But at least the Genji was able to help me because he just joined team chat, which is good. Trying to help out your healers in this case is a lot better too. I should have been spamming I needed help. That's a huge EMP. But this fight actually almost looks winnable. We lose a couple, but I think we win this because Ryan comes in. He doesn't shatter anything, but I think it's winnable because they end up losing both of their healers. So I'm like, screw it. As soon as my Ryan comes in. Oh wait, he's gone. Well, all right. So now my one true purpose is to keep this Ryan alive and make sure the point doesn't get capped. So I jump on last second, I nano Ryan, I have 2 seconds off of both cooldowns, so my best option is to stay alive and anti anybody who tries to come onto me before I die, if I do die. But he gets nanoed and he kills 3 of them.
Out of my way.
So that's the reason why I won. That's the reason why we won this team fight. Both healers were dead. I was able to use nano, and not only was I able to use nano, but he got 3 kills off of it because, well, they didn't have any healing. That's the only reason I would use nano in that situation, right? It's winnable, but it's only winnable because they don't have anything to counter it. And it was just the 3 of us. It was a 3v3.
Go. I keep you here.
Again, using the anti, the splash damage off of the side of the wall. You don't have to do a direct anti on the floor or anything. You can use the splash damage off of the wall. I splash damage and I get both tanks in this. It's good for a Genji to kind of act on this. My Genji's at my left and I think the Sombra just TP'd, so this is useless right now. But just remember, you can use the splash damage off of the walls. It helps out. So I know they're trying to focus me now. I hear the Genji trying to go after my Genji and my Mercy. So I try to help out with an anti and possibly a sleep. He ends up deflecting it, but we get 2 kills, and I think we're gonna be fine for this fight. So peeling is actually really important. Peeling as a support is probably one of the most important things, even though the off tank is technically supposed to peel more than anybody else. But peeling as anybody is going to help. And what I mean by peeling is somebody's in trouble, you need to go help them. Using any sort of abilities to help your team in a 1v1, to win the 1v1, to support them, enable them, and help them win a 1v1, it's going to help the team, right? Genji's on both of these heroes. He's trying to kill the Mercy. He immediately turns his attention towards me. Ooh, Ana, I can get 3 kills. Goes after me to try and get a dash reset. Uses deflect because he thinks I'm going to use sleep. I do. And he ends up losing the 1v1 with the Genji because he got peel from both the Ana and the Mercy, right? Peeling for your teammates is really important when your teammates can't win 1v1s or find it very difficult to win 1v1s. If your teammate is constantly losing that Widow 1v1, you might want to help them out somehow in any way you can, really. If they need a pocket, if they need the res, if they need a shield, you know, even if you're the one who needs the peeling, like, hey, I need some help, like I'm getting tortured. Try to help out your team. So again, I'm trying to play in this position because the card's right here. If we push up, I don't want to C9. They tried C9ing twice and I caught them. So this is the only reason I'm staying here. I have a good position of everything. Ryan tries to C9 and tries to look for an opportunity, but I see him, I sleep him early. Everybody's also pushed up pretty much to their spawn, so the only thing that I want to do is make sure anybody who I can see is healed up, and also make sure anybody who tries to C9 doesn't. And then hopefully keep my abilities for that. Yeah, so see, you don't even need to be up with your team to heal them. Like, I'm all the way back here in a very slim position, but also a position that helps us not lose this point. I end up healing Ryan when he comes through main. Try to look for an anti. I miss it. Oh well. More importantly, heal Mercy. She does have a self-heal, but that self-heal takes a second, right? Make sure the person who's helping your team stay alive in the front line stays alive, because if she's not there and you're trying to look for a C9 back here while also trying to help your team, like, it's a lot of things that you have to worry about, when rather you could just, hey, my focus is on everything here instead of everything at main, right? Try to go for the sleep. I call it out. Zarya sees it. Put an anti into him. He's one. He's still one. Trying to look out for the ult. Kills the Ryan, so I jump down to try to help out my Genji. He ends up getting killed. End up getting the sleep on him. So now I'm trying to rotate back here so I can get out of the way of the fight. But we're kind of stuck in the middle of this. I wasn't going to try and jump down and heal my Ryan again because I'm more focused on everything that's in front of me. If I was trying to drop down, they have Bongo and they still have 4 people, especially the Genji, who are alive. I don't want to be in the middle of the fight, or else me dying, we're going to lose everything. We do have Mercy Valk, we do have Genji ult, but they also have 2 ults and a 3rd ult that's going to probably kick the shit out of us. Yeah, see. They're using a lot of ults to engage on this fight, and the only person that could contest me is the Genji. He does end up contesting me, they do end up using beat, but they end up having to use 4 fights to win this. And actually, I think we win it here too, because they take forever to kill us. We get a good kill onto the Rhine. And now this is where you determine, is this fight winnable or not, right? Yes, there's still 6 of them when you die, right? There was like 4 of us, and now there's 5 of us when we come through. You die, you come back. 5 versus 6. 5 versus 5. Is the fight winnable? Yes. Even though it's contested, even though people are low, if people don't die, it's still winnable. Mercy's doing a pretty good job at keeping everybody up. I try to go to nano someone, anyone at this point, in order to get some kills off. Genji tries to look at me. I back off to try and rotate. He's more focused on anybody who's on point, where even at this point, it's a 5v4. Since she just rezzed, it was even, but we got a pretty early pick. Try to put a shot. Now I jump down to try and help out my Ryan because it's still winnable. And they C9. So yeah. Peeling. I would say this episode is mainly based on peeling. Trying to peel for your teammates is very helpful, and if you can't effectively peel for your teammates, then you're going to lose games. At Plat level, it's very uncommon for people to peel for you. You can ask for help, but it won't happen. But try to practice it in your games, right? Somebody's asking for help, help them, right? You're focused on one person, and you're like, okay, I'm trying to focus on this person. I'm tunnel visioning. Oh wait, somebody needs help. Okay, let me go help them. Sleep, kill. Now you can focus back on this person, and you still have a 6v6. You still have your whole team to fight with, rather than fighting a 6v5. That's why peeling is so important. If you have to use cooldowns, use cooldowns, right? As long as your teammate's still alive, if your teammate can win the 1v1, that's what a support is meant to do. A support is meant to support. Go figure. Peeling for your teammates can help out a lot. So, yeah, really listening to comms, staying in comms, and realizing when the fight is won/loss.